Now, let us take a quick look at the syllabus for the course. So getting started, this is a super short explainer on what SQL actually is. And then I teach you how to set up BigQuery, the Google service where we will load our data and run SQL for the theory part. The second chapter, writing your first query. So here I explain to you how BigQuery works and how you can use it, and how you are able to take your own data and load it in BigQuery so you can run SQL on top of it. And at the end of it, we finally run our first SQL query. Chapter 3 is about exploring some essential SQL concepts. So this is a short explainer of how data is organized in SQL, how the SQL statement works, meaning how we write code in SQL. And here is actually the most important concept of the whole course, the order of SQL operations. This is something that is not usually taught properly and a lot of beginners miss, and this causes a lot of trouble when you're trying to work with SQL. So once you learn this from the start, you will be empowered to progress much faster in your SQL knowledge. And then finally, we get into the meat of the course. This is where we learn all the different components in SQL, how they work and how to combine them together. So this happens in a few phases. In the first phase, we look at the basic components of SQL. So these are, there's a few of them. There's select and from. There's learning how to transform columns, the where filter, the distinct, union, order by limit. And then finally, we see how to do simple aggregations. At the end of this part, you will be empowered to do the first batch of exercises. Don't worry about the fact that there's no links yet. I will add them, but this is basically involves going to this PostgreSQL exercises website and going here and doing this first batch of exercises. And like I said before, after you've done the exercises, you can watch the video of me also solving them and breaking them down. Next, we take a look at complex queries, and this involves learning about subqueries and common table expressions. And then we look at joining tables. So here is where we understand how SQL tables are connected with each other and how we can use different types of joins to bring them together. And then you are ready for the second batch of exercises, which are those that involve joins and subqueries. And here there are 8 exercises. The next step is learning about aggregations in SQL. So this involves the group by, the having, and window functions. And then finally, you are ready for the final batch of exercises, which actually bring together all the concepts that we've learned in this course. And these are 22 exercises. And like before, for each exercise, you have a video from me solving it and breaking it apart. And then finally, we have the conclusion. In the conclusion, we see how we can put all of this knowledge together, and then we take a look at how to use this knowledge to actually go out there and solve SQL challenges such as the ones that are done in data interviews. And then here you'll find all the resources that are connected to the course. So you have the files with our data, you have the link to the spreadsheet that we will use, the exercises, and all the drawings that we will do. This will definitely evolve over time as the course evolves, so bookmark this page and keep an eye on it. That was all you needed to know to get started, so I will see you in the course.